Jim Graden here, continuing on Inside the UBC on injury prevention. Let's talk about proper punching. And again, this is from years and years and years of teaching these classes and working with students and getting these common complaints. You know, someone comes in and says their wrist is, hurting them, or their elbow or their shoulder. Now understand, what I'm talking about are common injuries created in the kickboxing class. If these are already injuries you've had, or when you make these adjustments, they don't go away, you need to go talk to a physician. Well, I'm just kind of going with the majority of challenges that can be fixed by proper technique, but not all of them can be. Now, let's say you're having challenges with your elbows, that you're finding that when you hit the heavy bags, you get done, you got sore elbows. It can, I realize, first of all, if you've just started, let's say the first week of training, the newness of the activity can cause discomfort and a little pain in the joints. It's no difference if you just started weightlifting or just started running. A lot of times the body just goes, wow, I'm not used to this. And some of the time, those type of things will just go away, especially since you're now impacting a bag. But if over time, having done it over time, that you're finding it's getting worse and worse, then it's usually, many times, you're doing the technique improperly. The elbow, a lot of times, can be from hitting the bag like this. You'll see students will slap the bag, and that I can feel it right there. It just puts stress on the elbow, and if you do that over periods of time, hitting in this manner, you're going to find that that's going to get sore or can get sore. How do we want to throw the elbow? Always remember, you want to proper alignment. The elbow should be behind the punch. So when you throw the punch, the elbow is behind the punch to withstand the impact. It's not an odd angle. You can even, another way to do it, instead of having the elbow up, sometimes if people flare the elbow up, can have the same effect. What you want to make sure of is that your elbow is always behind your punch when you throw the punch, and that way you have not only a stronger punch and a proper form punch, but you have a punch that's going to take less stress off your elbow. Another one is shoulder, rotator cuff. People get soreness in the shoulder. And a lot of times this is just from pulling the hand back and doing this. Coming at an angle and coming wide and then hitting at more of a side. If you notice, I didn't turn the palm in. So this puts a lot of stress on the shoulder. You always want to think about like barbell flies. You ever do barbell flies, you feel right here and here. Over time, doing that can cause discomfort and pain in your shoulder and your rotator cuff. Now, the rule is you should always be able to see your hands. In other words, if I throw a punch, I want to make sure I can see the punch. At no time should it get outside my peripherals. It's not only the hand that I'm throwing. Many times you'll throw a punch, and when you throw the punch, watch your other hand does this. You're not even focusing on the other hand behind you, but this hand has already come way too far back, which puts an awful lot of stress on the shoulder as well. So when you kickbox, the rule is that you should always be able to see your hands. That way the hands always stay in front of you, the punches are proper, your hands are up, and you're not putting excessive stress on your shoulder. So again, straighten the punches out, elbow behind the hand, and don't bring it so far back that you can't see the hand before you throw your punches. All right, this is Jim Graden for Inside the UBC, and I sure hope this helps you improve your kickboxing class.